and welcome to Nashoba Now. I'm Michael Wood, Superintendent of Schools for Nashoba Regional School District. In the next half hour, I hope to share with you the things that are going on now in Nashoba. Well, hello, I'm Michael Wood. I'm Superintendent of Schools for Nashoba Regional School District, and I'm pleased to be here at the start of Nashoba Now, giving our communities updates on where Nashoba is for the month of January. And January is a very busy month because we have a lot going on. It's almost to the middle point of the year where we are bringing the second quarter at the high school to a close, and we're in the full stretch of the second trimester for our elementary schools pre-K through 8. And so that brings us to what the business of the district is about. Teaching and learning, and the biggest policy that we make regarding teaching and learning is the budget. And the school committee is about to embark on their work on tackling the budget proposal that I'll be making on January 28th, and I'll be discussing with the communities and the school committee and the area boards and committees how to best move forward the goals and initiatives that the school committee has set. We have a series of meetings that are coming up. January 28th is a meeting that I will be presenting the proposed budget for the school committee then to unpack and to better understand how it funds the goals that they have set as a group. And we will be doing that at the Emerson Building. All of our meetings are at the Emerson Building in the conference room on the second floor, and the school committee meetings begin at 6 p.m. We are having a budget workshop on February 1st that will also be at the Emerson School in Bolton, and that begins at 8:30 a.m. and that gives the department heads and the school principals an opportunity to talk about their proposals directly with the school committee, and for the school committee to ask questions. And the community is invited to that meeting, and generally we have been able to take questions from the community on an ongoing basis throughout the morning, and so I encourage you to attend if you're able to do so. We are trying to put together a budget this year that has lots of focus on three main initiatives. One initiative is around early childhood education. One initiative is around science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or commonly referred to as STEM. And the third initiative is around response to intervention. And I want to talk a little bit about each one of those. The Early Childhood Initiative is something we've been working on for a number of years with two focal points. One has been our preschool programming for our 3- and 4-year-olds in our communities, and the second piece has been our all-day kindergarten program that we started some years ago. We're at a place where for the preschool program, now that we have the center school in Stowe, that we are trying to expand our number of our offerings to meet the demand. The initiative is centered, however, around what students we have that need special instruction and special education, and so we have to build classrooms around the number of students that are identified with special needs. So we are planning right now to be looking at those numbers. We've had parent meetings on January 17th, and as soon as we match the number of interested parents with the number of students that we need to meet for special needs, we'll be looking at how many classrooms we'll need for the fall of 2014. The second part of that initiative is our all-day kindergarten programs. We have had a lot of interest in all-day K throughout the last 8 years, and we're at a place where we think we can make an important move to have all-day kindergarten for all students at 5 years old. but do it in a way that phases in the impact for our budget and our space in our 3 elementary schools. So we're finalizing plans on how best to approach that and to make that a possibility in the FY15 budget. The other initiative that I mentioned is our STEM initiative, and that is broad and has a number of different components to it. The first and most important component is the science, technology, and engineering curriculum that we're working on as the state revises its curriculum frameworks. So we are beginning that process. The state has not yet adopted their new curriculum, so we are working with a draft document, but we expect that there'll be minor changes in the course of time, and so that we won't have to make major changes when we're done. That document will drive many of our choices about text, materials, and other supplies that are necessary for our science instruction throughout the district, and also looking at what science looks like in our K through 5 and our 6 through 8 classrooms. We are trying to infuse now the engineering components of the curriculum. We have a technology and engineering teacher for grades 5 through 8, and that's been a great partnership with Minuteman, and we are continuing that. But we also want to look at how much time we're giving to that, and also the kinds of activities, hands-on activities that we have for students to do. That is a big part of our curriculum proposal that we're putting together for FY15, is looking at the materials so that they're easily organized for our teachers and that they are hands-on for our students. Along with that, 2 years ago we revised our math curriculum, and now we are looking at the materials that go along with it for grades 6 through 8, and so there will be a textbook adoption for 6 through 8. The last focus point that I mentioned is something we've been working on for a number of years. We feel it's a very important part of what we do in teaching and learning, and that's called response to intervention. It's a term, a phrase that has many meanings in terms of how best to meet the needs of our students who have challenges to engage in learning, challenges to come to school, challenges in terms of how information and the curriculum is presented, and we have a responsibility to look at those challenges and to work with the students and their families to figure out how best we can move forward so that the student can stay in school, can complete their years of schooling and graduate. And there are a number of different educators and professionals that are necessary for that to happen. So we're looking at some of those positions as well as some of the programs that we have available, and we're trying to look at streamlining a process to best meet the needs of our students and families. The budget process will be completed by March 11th, and by that time the school committee will have had a series of meetings and budget workshops to review the requests and to take their vote on their budget. Once that is done, the budget will then be presented to the voters at the annual town meeting in May, and at that time the votes must be affirmative in 2 of the 3 communities for the budget to pass, and then it comes into effect on July 1st of 2014. All of this is in the backdrop of how the state works through their budget process. The governor just announced his budget proposal yesterday, and then on the schedule is for the House of Representatives to review that and make their recommendations, and then the Senate will do the same, and then they have to come together and bring it to a conference and make a proposal back to the governor before June 30th. And the last couple of years it has been right up to the end of June before we knew exactly what the budget was going to look like, and thankful for us, it hasn't impacted us too greatly. The other items that I'd like to talk with you about are just things that are happening across the district. One that's a very important aspect of our high school space study program that's going on. It just kicked off in January, and we are looking at the entire space needs of the curriculum to be able to deliver and be a comprehensive high school for all of our students. This is as a result of a number of years in conversations where we've talked about the needs of different programs at our high school, and last year we had an initiative around our science labs that was not successful, but it taught us a lot about what we were trying to accomplish in terms of bringing up our science labs to standards. The building is 50 years old, and it certainly has a lot of life left in it, but as you look at a 21st century education, there are a number of changes that have to happen in order for us to meet the expectations in the 21st century. So this space study committee has members of community boards and committees across the 3 towns, educators, and we're taking a look at a number of different aspects of the nature of a comprehensive high school. What should it offer, so that we know and understand what kids' needs are. Also the complexity of understanding how does space impact learning, and is there a real change to the better when a space is directly designed to meet the needs of its students. And lastly, of course, we're looking at affordability and looking at what our 3 towns in the district can do to make sure that any kind of changes that we recommend to the school committee aren't going to take away from other initiatives in the towns or in the school district. So that committee has a number of tasks before it. We'll be doing an interim report in June, another one in January of 2015, and then we will make a report out at that time as to the next direction that we think the school committee should take. Another initiative that was part of the FY14 budget that we're very proud of is work that we're doing on enrichment across the district. For many years we have had an enrichment committee that has provided our teachers with activities and direction to help enrich our most talented students in our classrooms. And now we're trying to expand on that and looking at ways that we can provide enrichment not only during school, but after school and during the February and the April breaks. We have a new coordinator, Laura Dwyer, and she's been doing a phenomenal job in trying to find volunteers with certain expertises in STEM, in chess, and a number of different other kinds of enriching activities to provide for our students in the after-school program, the extended learning program. And now we have our February program coming up, and there's a sign up on our website. If you're interested, please go to www.nrsd.net and feel free to browse the brochure. There are a lot of exciting opportunities there for families to look at. Last, I want to just bring people up to date on our initiative this year around Bring Your Own Device to School. We are very proud of the work we've been doing over a number of years to build the infrastructure to support a greater number of devices within our schools. As you know, technology has become more and more mobile as we find ways to crunch numbers and go out to the internet in smaller and smaller devices. And so we have seen a need for our students to have technology available when they're in classrooms, when they're in small groups with students, and we're not always able to provide the kind of technology immediately, but they sometimes already have it. And so we built the infrastructure. We have an intranet in all of our schools, and it's very robust. And so last year we piloted a small attempt to allow students to bring their devices so we could see how it would impact our internet, and felt very strongly that it was well suited for the number of devices we expected. And this fall we opened it up, and so students may sign up to bring a device to school. It could be a smartphone, it could be a tablet, it could be your computer, and students are doing it. It's going slow. Not everybody is rushing to bring their own device in, and we expected that. But as they are bringing it in, what we're finding is they are very engaged with what the teacher is doing, because what we've asked teachers to do is to build their websites to coincide with what's going on in their classrooms. And so students can listen to this teacher's lecture, be going out to the website, downloading the notes, and looking at videos when it's independent work time, and they can start and get ahead of the game with the technology right there in their fingertips. And of course, students today have email, and parents want to stay in touch with their children. And so that has become a little easier too for parents to stay connected to their kids throughout the course of the day. So our BYOD initiative is going well. We're certainly learning a lot in terms of how to manage the increase in number of devices, and there's still work to be done. But we're very pleased with what we're seeing kids do in a responsible way at the high school, and seeing how teachers are enjoying the use of the added technology available to them. For our younger students in middle school and even elementary schools, students are able to sign up to bring an e-reader to school, and some have begun to do that. Some have, in the middle school level, have started to bring in their tablets or their computers, but we're not pushing that and not necessarily encouraging it, but our policy does allow it to happen. And certainly we want to encourage students, if it makes them comfortable to have the technology in their hands, to begin to do so. So we're excited about that, and that was a big initiative under our FY14 budget this year. In the future, I hope to use this time to introduce you to people who work in our district and who direct these initiatives that I've talked about today, and also to give you information as to the progress toward the budget completion and some of the discussions that have been ongoing at the school committee level, and certainly update you as to the passage of the budget in March, and then obviously answer questions that you have in an interactive way, either through email or through other means, through contacting me, or certainly our school committee members whose emails are on our website. My email is superintendent@nrsd.net, and I would be happy to answer some of those emails on the show, certainly ones that I think have questions that a lot of people probably share, so that we can continue a dialogue between and among the people who have answers. So thank you for listening about Nashoba Now, and until next time, have a good day.